everybody, welcome to the last mindful message of Monday. This one is how to get help from your kids. Whatever kind of help you're looking for. Help carrying in the groceries, help cleaning up the house, help being good, help getting their grades up. How can I get my kids to react and be little helpful house elves, if you will. Anyway, so let's see. Not all of these are going to work for all of your kids. Pick and choose from this list what works for your family. Try a couple, see how it goes, and hopefully some of this is helpful. So, if you want your kids to help you clean, first of all, playrooms are a common theme, especially if you live in areas like mine where most of the year you're kind of stuck inside because of storms and bitter cold. So creating a space in your house where your kids play and all their junk is around, this is usually the most messy part of a kid's area. Most of the time it's in their bedrooms, but if you have a bigger house, you can sometimes have a room. Getting them to help clean up and organize their toys is always like pulling teeth with your children. Come on, everybody, pick up your toys. Well, I have a plan for you. Every month, when, that point hits where you're just basically throwing shit in bins again, and it needs to be restructured and organized, but nobody really has time for that. This is when you get your kids together and be like, listen, there's needy kids out here that don't have any toys, that don't have anything to play with, or we have too many toys and we need to make some room. And why don't we help people by picking out a box, give them each a box or a tote. Be like, I want you to sort out all the toys that you would like to give to sick kids or kids in need, who can benefit from this. And if you can fill up this box, I will take you to the store and I will get you a new toy. You don't have to say how many toys. I just stick to one, even though kids sometimes get smart and be like, how come I have to give up a whole box of stuff to get one new thing? And that's when you up your ante. Be like, well, maybe it'll be a bigger toy, or you can get a couple smaller toys. But the point is, look at how long it takes us to clean up and sort your toys. And it would take less time for us to do this if we had less things around. We can't be cluttered, and we can't be holding on to stuff that we no longer play with. So it teaches them to evaluate and process the need and to see the physical amount of work it takes to sort things. They get a good feeling for helping others, and they get a reward for helping you clean by getting a new toy. And if you want to prolong this, you can do every night you pick up your toys without me asking you. I put more money in the piggy bank for you to get a new toy at the store. So you can do it like allowance. Allowance is another great way to get your kid to do anything, especially if they're, old enough to know what money is and that you need it for things. You can get them to mow the lawn, do the dishes, vacuum, clean, babysit, whatever you want. If you dangle that moolah in these kids' face, a lot of these kids are money motivated these days. So getting them off their keister and helping around the house might require a few extra bucks out of your pocket. And if you can't afford it and you need them to help, parents, I don't say this lightly, guilt trip. And not in a way that they're going to need therapy, but just start saying things like, when you go to the store, look at how much your cereal costs. When you don't put the clip back on the bag and it gets stale, you are wasting $5 of mommy's money, or whatever. Start making them realize the consequences of not cleaning up and helping. Like, oh, you want to go outside and play this weekend? Well, we're going to have less time to play this weekend because you didn't clean up your toys all week. So now we have to spend more time inside cleaning up when we could be out playing if you just stayed on top of it all week. Show them and teach them the consequences of not doing. They're not going to like it. It's going to be a lot of crying and temper tantrums, but eventually they will get the point of, if they don't help all week, with little things, it stacks up. And then I can't do what I need to do on the weekends. Pick up prizes and rewards. So maybe you're having grandparents stay with you and they're stuck inside recovering. So make a bribe with your teenage child. If you hang out with grandma and you're nice with her, you know, I'll get those shoes for you that you want when they're recovered, when they're back home. Like, set a long-term goal that they're going to have to work for. It's not like you're just giving them things. They're going to have to do it. Those are very specific instances, but you could bribe them with more screen time or more independence. Like, you can have more time outside if you do the dishes, or you can have more video game time if you help me with the laundry, or you can have your friends over to watch a movie this weekend if you babysit. Bribery works. Set a trip goal or an activity goal as a family. So if you have really young kids or kids that don't stay on task, this would be more helpful for you. Like, at the end of the year, I'm going to take you all to Disney, but this is what we need to do to save money to go to Disney. I need you to help me clean the house so we can get rid of the maid and use the money that we usually pay for the maid to go to Disney. That's very specific. We don't all have maids. You know what I mean? Like, if you get good grades this week, I'll take you to that restaurant you wanted to try. Or if you all behave and you're good at daycare and you don't get in trouble, I will take you to the trampoline center on Saturday and we can go out for pizza after. These are goals that they're going to have to work towards. It keeps them in check, keeps them focused, and it gives them positive reinforcement when they've earned it. But don't give in if they don't earn it. Then you're teaching them bad habits. Then they can cry and manipulate and still get what they want. So parents, I know all of these things may start a fight or a headache later or a couple times throughout the week, but we are teaching our children positive life skills. Like, you're going to have to work for a living, so if you don't go to work all week, you're not going to get a full paycheck. So if you don't put the work in, I'm sorry, boo-boo, you don't get the reward. That's life, you know? Be mindful of the age, though. If they're little tykes, like between 2 and 5, those tired tantrums happen. You know, they might have one bad night in all of 5 days. Don't make that one bad night make all of their good work that week. Erase their potential. I like to base it fairly on age and life experience. Arcade or taking them to the park, like, hey, I need you to, maybe you work from home, like, I need you guys to play good. If you play good for the next hour and you behave, I will take you to the arcade tonight, or I'll take you to the park when I'm done. Asking for what you need, and then if they compromise and meet you in the middle, then they will get a reward. It just gets them on board a lot faster. You can use the point system at home, like the swear jar. Like, anytime they say no, you take $1 out. Anytime they say yes, mommy, yes, daddy, I will help you, you put $1 in. You could, video games are huge with kids. So you can be like, oh, you want a new game? You want a new console that's coming out? I'm going to need you to get all A's this marking period. If you get all A's this marking period, I will get you a gaming system, or the new game that you want. Keeping them motivated with sports. I know kids love the games, they hate the practices. If you go to practice and you don't whine about it, I will get you a customized jersey that no one on the team has. Those kind of rewards go a long way. Same with like new books or a magazine subscription. They can be, you get the magazine in the mail if they're not good that week. I'm going to hold your magazine. This is a privilege to have this magazine. Mommy and Daddy pay money for this to be delivered. If you're not going to act right, then I'm going to put this magazine in the drawer until you can act better. Consequences And the best way to teach them that is through the things that they love, unfortunately. Hopefully this is helpful.